You look like you done had some good adult fun.
That's
you
what's
look
up.
you look halfway exhausted.
Am I exhausted? Yeah, I floated the river a couple times.
How many times you float that motherfucker?
Twice.
How long is the river?
The river long as hell,
Yeah.
but we ain't float the whole motherfucking river. It's a river, nigga.
How long it take? How much of it did you say you float?
We did like a
You just float that motherfucker.
We
You
did
just
like a
get on that
3.5.
motherfucker and float. 3.5 miles?
hours.
How long is that? Like distance wise?
Shit, I ain't no river floating expert, bro.
Right on.
You did.
Right on. You know what I'm saying? How many y'all was it?
About 10 of us.
Yeah.
It was dope though.
Yeah. What you do when you
Yeah.
come off of it? You do it. So you did it the whole weekend?
I did it 2 days in a row.
So what you did after you left the Thursday?
Eat and drink and be merry.
I'm talking about like y'all did it like alongside the river or something? Or y'all came back to Houston?
No, we had a cabin out there.
See that you just can't leave shit like that out. You know what I'm saying? You leave it for a side. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
we had like a little 3-bedroom cabin out there. Sleep like 10 or 12 people.
Yeah, you had some fun.
That shit was fun.
I'm talking about did you have some
I
fun?
drank alcohol.
Right. But did you
in excess?
Yeah, did
Oh,
you have
I
some
drank.
fun though?
Yeah, absolutely. Nah, man, chill out, man. Nigga stupid. I wish I was recording your
Cause you know where I want to go with. I want to know if you had some. Did you have some fun though? You feel me? I'm trying to know if you had some fun. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, I'm a single man.
Yeah. So you had hey.
I was single and I went single and I came home single.
Like a man, huh?
Boy, you an asshole. Dog.
Like a man,
You
huh?
an
He
asshole,
say he
man.
went out there single, came back single. If you understand what he's saying.
Boy, you
know
an
what I'm
asshole. Dog.
Hey man, that shit, you know what I'm saying? That sounds like some type of fun I would be into if I was single.
What's in that cup, man? You feeling loose and happy over there, man? What you sipping on, dog?
That's a coffee cup,
Yeah, but what's in the coffee cup?
man. It's in my cup. In the
Alright,
words
man.
of Lil Wayne, it's in my
Alright, man.
cup. You know what I'm saying?
Get my little old drink. I can't really be promoting no brands that ain't paid me or nothing.
Right on. Let me turn this cup around for these folks get some unauthorized publicity on accident, man.
So what you been up to, man, since we last spoke?
Calculating these votes for this North Side versus South Side, man. I've been
Man, get
keeping
the fuck out of here.
I've been keeping track of it, man.
It don't take 7 days to do that, dog. What else you been doing?
Every day I've been kind of looking at my people out there on, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, on Chowtime TV, and making sure I'm keeping a steady lead, man. And everybody that went out there and voted and commented and engaged in the post, man, we appreciate it, man. Because you know Southside still holding. Like I told y'all last time, I got much love for the North. Got a lot of love for Nightcap. You know what I'm saying? Together, we are Houston, and it is Houston versus everybody. But I am dusting his ass. Dustin his ass about 100 votes is about 80% South Side, 20% North Side.
Dog, you my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, mark ass nigga. All right, let's get
So
it
hold
moving.
on, before we get there, man, shout out to Keith Harris, man. Because I had a long
What's up,
conversation
man?
with Keith, and Keith say, man, you dropped the ball. He say, when you came out with Chameleon now, Riding Dirty, he was like, oh, he come with that. Okay, he come with that. He was like, damn, he come with that. Okay, damn. He was expecting
He's a
something else.
Northsider, man.
He's a Northside.
Yeah.
Then he say when you hit him with Kirko, he was like, man, he hit him with Kirko. Oh, man. You know what I'm
Kirko's
saying?
a nationwide accomplished.
What you think, in hindsight, with knowing that you lost? Because let's just keep it like,
I
because I ain't going to say the
didn't
North
lose.
Side lost.
I didn't
Because he
lose.
dropped the ball in a lot of areas.
I didn't lose, brother.
What would you say you would switch it up at? What would you replace? If you had to replace anything, what would you replace, and what would you replace it with?
Nothing, because I don't feel like I lost.
You want to play back then, Mike Jones?
Nah,
You want to play sitting sideways?
I played a Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Slim Thug. I did all that. I did all that in one song.
You just didn't
So
do
what
it
I
wrong.
was able to do is I was able to present 5 different artists who all hit nationwide charts. 5 songs that people outside of the southern region can recognize and get down with.
All right.
Like 5 for 5. Bing, 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 bing.
Behind
Like-
10.
Like
behind tent.
I may not have
outside the region.
Hey, I may not have had a Michael Jordan on my squad, but I had a whole squad full of Hakeem Olajuwons.
And a bunch of dreams ain't bad.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, a bunch of dreams ain't bad.
I had a squad with 5 maybe 4 Hakeem Olajuwons and 1 Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, or Byron Russell. Listen, we're gonna keep.
That's what I did. I presented like, look what this is the North.
You shouldn't have played Kirko, dog.
This is the North side starting for what? Kirko?
You shouldn't have played. Ain't no shade to the song because the song was live.
Keith my homie, but he wrong.
I even feel like that was a bad choice. Coach Crazy when he was looking at the live, he was like, Kirko, man, you shouldn't have played it because he not really a North side representative.
He from the Northeast side, man.
Could have easily went Mike Jones back then or sitting sideways power wall. You could have and that would have strengthened your game.
I wrapped all that up and still tipping.
Ah, man, you dropped the ball.
Shit.
Man, I am Hype South.
I'm DJ Nightcap, man. Goddamn.
And this is Throwed in the Game.
Throwed in the Game.
If you watching and you in the Houston area, you know what I'm saying, and you need a podcast or you thinking about getting a podcast started or a radio show started, go to gmtradio.com or go to GMT Radio on Instagram. Hit them in the inbox. You got the phone number?
832-372-6874. That's the number to come and get you a podcast or.
Man, come on. You know what I'm saying? Get your podcast, man. Sit down. You got some good topics you want to discuss, man. You want to expand your brand, expand your audience, tap into a different network, work with some fine people over here at GMT Radio. That's your opportunity.
Hey, no
man.
Bullshit. It's dope over here. It's comfortable, man.
It's comfortable, man.
Boy, I got the fresh bags on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what's up.
He was right, man.
Over here, man. It's
you know
real.
What I'm saying? What you got in your what you listening to right now? What you got in your truck right now? What you jamming?
Right now, I'm checking out the row. I'm on the row, of course.
Okay.
You know, I'm still of the old school where I like to live with music before I, really decide how I feel about it. But I'm still on the row. Hey, I was on YouTube, right? And I was checking out this dope video, man. This dude always throwing out some good videos. And it was Ro talking about TRAE.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He mentioned that dude.
That dude. If that's what he really did.
Did you see that?
I think I did.
It's crazy.
I think I did.
It's crazy.
What do you think about the future of ABN?
Personally, I think it ain't no future.
Even after what he said, what did you take from what he said in the video?
I feel like, okay, honestly, he didn't have to say that.
Right.
At all.
Right.
But he wanted to in my opinion, he wanted to satisfy his fans, but not really get into it. Because, they don't really talk about each other.
Right. At all.
And it's clear that they don't. Like, it's purpose. It's intentional.
Right.
So, for him to even do that, he got to, if all his fans keep asking, he got to say something about it.
Right.
Because, his fan base is real core.
Right.
So
real cult like
cult. So you have to please them. You have to. Otherwise, you're out of there. You need them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And then if you go look at I forget the name of the damn record, man, but TRAE just dropped a video. I forget the name, but he dropped that motherfucker like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago at this point. 2 weeks ago, he was riding in a drop, and he had a jacket on that said ABN. You know what I mean?
I mean, TRAE took the ABN brand with him, though.
I understand that. You know what I mean? But I guess it's me thinking as an optimist, right? Slim Thug made his statement. Zero even had the.
Hey, if that happens.
But check it. Follow the chain of events, the timeline. Slim made the post. Then Ro went on the comments and even put the laughing emojis and put that emoji up under the comments.
Did TRAE leave a comment?
TRAE didn't leave a comment, didn't like it or nothing, right? But then TRAE come back in the video that he released, and I think it came out a couple of days or a week or something like that before.
I'm looking at the thumb right now.
He got a jacket on?
A little black hoodie.
With the ABN on?
Yeah, I see the ABN logo.
Hey, man, if these boys, so then he dropped that video and then Ro go on his live and say, I know the people keep on asking me about if I'm gonna get back with dude and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but if them boys was to come out, this really, if they was at this point, just have a conversation. These, I don't know what the situation is, what's really going on, but have a conversation, man.
Who would it benefit more for them two to start working together? TRAE or Zero?
I personally think it'll benefit TRAE more.
Why?
Because you high. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, but I think really it'll be because when TRAE left, essentially left Houston, you know what I'm saying? We want to be frank. When he left Houston and he went to Atlanta, other than the music, other than what he did philanthropy.
Look.
As a philanthropist, he ain't really did no music or did anything with it.
Let's be careful with our words. Mm-hmm. He didn't really leave Houston. He was shown the door. Let's be.
But he was shown the door across the country as far as Radio 1 is concerned. They banned him across the country.
That was Radio 1. But here, locally, hey man, it's best if you just, we're not telling you to leave, but just letting you know it's gonna be hard on you.
And you talking about as far as the music industry, as far as you talking about as far as the big wigs, as far as the radio is concerned, because ain't nobody in the street saying TRAE lead the city. Ain't no rapper saying, hey bro, we ain't even finna work with you.
The music business in Houston.
Yeah.
We all know a big chunk of it channels through one organization.
Right.
The music business. So when the music business ain't fucking with you, it doesn't make smart business moves for the rest of the industry to fuck with you. If you can't get the biggest thing in your city you might as well go somewhere else. That's not kicking you out, but that's
like you said,
that's laying the path for you to walk on out.
Yeah. So I
which I think is fucked up, by the way. I know people here just want to state my official record. I really never spoke on this publicly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've really never spoke on this publicly. But I understand that people here got to do their job and got to do what they supposed to support their family and build wealth for their family. And they also have to follow instructions to keep.
But it's too much politics, though.
They
bro.
have to follow. It's not
too much politics, man.
It's not
was
politics.
Was TRAE really
them.
out of line for what he said? No. Let's get to the root of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Was TRAE really out of line for what he said? No.
Okay, look.
The woman came at him side, which mind you, the woman don't even work for 979 no more.
Okay, look.
Or to work for the establishment anymore.
You worried about the shit down here on this level.
But that's where it came from.
That's where it started, but it escalated. Like I'm not the one to start I don't know if this knowledge is public yet, so I'm not finna be the one to make this public.
Why not?
I do not want that pressure on me, no sir. So I don't know if this is public, but that whole situation escalated, and somebody very close in the 97.9, core group was seriously injured.
Yeah.
Like,
man, look at man, as deep as I'm into this investigation of what's going on with AVN, man, I've never heard this. This is breaking news to me.
So, somebody was seriously injured, and they were an important person to the
Allegedly.
And because this person is seriously injured,
allegedly,
this is I know for a fact he was injured. I seen the injuries.
But you allegedly, you don't know where it came from.
Because this person was seriously injured, I never said where it came from, for the record. I never said where it came from. But because he was seriously injured is the reason that relationship was severed. I hate to start pulling out the TI words, but I got to be real political about it.
And you talking about between the artist and the institution?
Yes. Because this person was so seriously injured, this institution is, man, you put one of our people in the hospital, we're never going to fuck with you. And the people that I fuck with, because I put this word out, is never going to fuck with you.
Damn, that's tough.
You put one of the thing about it, Houston is the 4th largest market.
Right.
So that radio station it's a key piece of business for that company.
Right.
It's not the only piece, but it's
a key business.
You know what I'm
key
talking
piece
about?
of business. Yeah.
So you put one of those guys down? Oh nah, man, we don't fuck with you.
Allegedly.
Dog.
Allegedly, man.
In my opinion,
because I heard it on. I never heard that. I did hear, you know what I'm saying, what TRAE said on the record when he talked about
that's where
the
it
young
started.
lady. Yeah. Well, it started back at TRAE Day. You know what I'm saying? Then it went to
Lord
then it went
mercy.
to the establishment saying what they said on the radio.
At least they respected the shooter. At the least. I mean, I'm not
The shooter. Speaking of the shooter.
I'm just saying, you know, at least the person, the event that happened.
Yeah.
At the least, I'm not saying this is cool, but at least some positive came out of it. That man was able to do the better for his family.
Yeah.
So, you know. But you right. That's where it started. From TRAE Day, she was wrong. He reacted wrong because he was in his feelings.
So that's a cause and reaction, though. You can't negate what she did. You know what I'm saying? And because put yourself in his shoes. You go out into the community, you trying to do something positive. You know what I'm saying? And then some knuckleheads from around the corner that you don't even notice there, and you don't know what they got going on with. It's open to the public. Do something, and then they try to direct that towards the way you move and what you say on your records and stuff like that. Blah. That ain't got nothing to do
in my
with
opinion,
him. She was wrong.
In my opinion, she was wrong. Also, in my opinion, it pushed a button for him. From what I seen, it pushed a button for TRAE. And he reacted in a manner that you didn't want to get into that's the ABN side of him. Yeah. Like, oh man, you done pushed the button. Like, yeah, I ain't do this shit. It would have.
So who do you think will benefit more? You asked me that. I told you I think TRAE will benefit more because when he left Houston, he kind of I ain't gonna say neglected, but he kind of steered away from. You know, he worked with other artists outside of Houston. You know what I mean? And did shit like that. So if he came back and he got it back with Roe, then they would. You know what I'm saying? Open up their arms again musically to TRAE. Not saying that because I know he still got Houston fans and people in Houston gonna rock with him forever. But when it comes to that tandem, it's hard to match up with that out of Houston.
Artistically, I believe Zero is better than TRAE. Artistically, right?
Right.
But I believe teaming back up with TRAE will benefit Zero more, and this is why. Zero musically in his career has accomplished more musically than TRAE. Right? So there's nothing he really needs, right? So imagine how much more attention, how many more sales he's already one of the top dogs in Houston, and teaming back up with him is going to bring more eyes, more attention, more love, more appreciation. People are going to start talking about the new UGK of the South, the nation. Now because TRAE is back involved and is creating such noise in Houston, and TRAE got all these nationwide connects, the nation now has an opportunity to listen to a couple of H-Town rappers side by side, and the numbers are going to pop because it's blowing up in Houston. And I think that's a place. It's going to take Zero to a place that I think he deserves to be. Because I think, personally, this is just what I think Zero's better than Drake.
You think Zero better than Drake?
I think Zero.
That's a hell of a statement.
Is better than Drake.
What make you say something like that? Not that I disagree, you know what I mean, or agree, but that's a hell of a statement. And Zero, my favorite rapper, next to Young Jeezy, favorite rapper out of Houston ever.
So, do you like Drake? Let me ask you a few questions first. Do you like Drake?
I can listen to Drake.
I need yes or no. Do you like Drake?
Sure.
Okay. Now, what do you like? What are Drake's good qualities? What does he do well?
He rap pretty damn good.
Okay. What else?
He rap pretty damn good.
Is there any other thing he does well?
like like I think he kind of ushered in that melodic singing, rapping type of thing.
Okay. I'm glad you used those words. So now let me ask you this. Who's a better rapper? Zero
Roll.
or Drake?
Roll.
Who's a better singer? Zero or Drake?
Boy, damn, boy. Man, gotta get that shit to the king of the ghetto once again.
Then my point is proven, dog.
Damn.
He's a better rapper than Drake. He's a better singer than Drake. I've heard Zero put out more melodies than I've heard Drake. Or maybe it's about a tie by now. Drake done had some years to catch up. But we talking about just creating melodies and songs that niggas want to sing at the top of their lungs.
Okay.
Houston versus everybody, man. Shout out to my boy 713 Shirts.
Okay.
But hey, I'm saying it right here, dog.
Okay.
Zero is better than Drake.
Okay. I'm not gonna go against the grain.
Drake has some. I mean, I'm talking about it in an artist, because of course Drake's the #1 artist on the planet.
Man, that Quarantine album jam too, bro. Like I really like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm being biased, man. He got a song where he sampled Beyonce. I
think that might have been one of my favorite.
Be in the back, beat it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that might have
there.
been one of my favorite joints off the album.
I like that Shife. I like that Let the Top Down. I'ma act 1, 2. That boy has a couple bad cuts on that album, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. And then he had OG Wicked Cricket on now.
I appreciated that.
Yeah,
I did.
And gave that boy really let that boy go for a minute.
I appreciated that, dog. OG was giving me game back in '98, dog. Real talk. Yeah.
It wasn't '98 for me. It was probably about 06.
Yeah.
06.
Wicked Cricket, he still had music that was making money for him when I was fucking with him.
Yeah.
Like, he was still taking royalty checks you know what I'm saying? But
OG
yeah,
Wicked
shout out,
Cricket.
rest in peace, Wicked Cricket, man.
OG Wicked Cricket.
Y'all need
man.
to look up Wicked Cricket. But yeah, I checked it out, man, and it had a couple bangers on it to me, like a bangers. And
How'd you feel about the Boosie, the record he had with Boosie?
they dropped the ball.
Yeah, I kind of think so too, bro.
They dropped the ball.
I was expecting a lot more.
I was expecting so much more, dog.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I skipped that track when I hear it, and I want to hear it so bad. I wish, I want to play it, but I just can't play it. Unfortunately.
I was expecting a mix between In the Club, Fucked Up.
Yeah.
I got and Slow Light and Banging all
Come
in
on,
my
man.
trunk. I needed that feel.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's it.
And that's really, I think that's the only spot he really missed that on there for me.
Yeah, everything else was solid. Had a couple bangers. One dropped the ball, and everything else was solid.
And I think he's doing really good numbers on it too. I know he on. I don't know if that's the iTunes chart or the Billboard chart. I think it should. For them to release it that quick, I'm sure that's the iTunes chart. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
he like 7 or something on the iTunes chart.
He's solid with it. He's solid.
Another project that came out that I'm enjoying myself is the Sauce Twins project.
Which project, man? Because
Lost in the Sauce.
Lost in the Sauce.
Lost in the Sauce.
I haven't
They
got
dropped a video called Moon.
Let's check out Moon.
You know, bad project, man. Bad as in nice. They got another record on there called Bird's Nest. Badass record, man. I like it a lot. But they back. The Sauce Twins are back, and they really come with it on the project. It's a couple tracks on there that I can, if I chose to skip past them, I could skip past them, just because I'm looking for other songs. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't too bad at all. Too bad was not the word I was looking for. It's a hell of a project.
You like
I'm going between Quarantine and Lost in the Sauce right now. And then I'm gonna jump back to.
That's two totally different vibes.
It is.
Two totally different vibes. I've been over there.
Sancho
Okay.
Sauce and Sauce Walka team back up. How do you feel about the influence? What you think about? Because when I listen to, because they going like this on a lot of record, on a few of the record.
So this gonna sound like hate when I talk about their influence.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really not hate. It's praise, right? And okay, period. It's praise, right? But when I think about them and their influence, I think about how a few bad decisions really fuck their momentum up.
Like what?
I mean, I don't want to get into their personal business of what has hindered their career because I'm not actually there.
Right.
But the fact that the whole industry has copied them, the entire Sauce Walka style,
Right.
his whole drip is him. The Atlanta, Chicago,
So why you? But I'm saying, why you think if that's how you feel? Like what's the reason? How can you pinpoint why that has happened? Can you pinpoint why that has happened?
No, I can't because I'm not there with his career every single day. But as an
Do you
outsider,
think it had something to do with him like thriving on his independence?
if he's thriving on his independence, then his independent hustle, in my opinion, he should be bigger than where he is. Because he has a style that the whole industry copied and it's his. Drip, sauce. He was the one that put a lifestyle with that.
I ain't gonna lie.
And the whole industry kind of sound like him.
On the code.
That unorthodox style.
Yeah. He came with this shit first.
I ain't gonna say first, but he trademarked it and put a lifestyle with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's sauce. That's him. The whole industry talking about sauce.
Yeah.
And he deserves it. He's that fucking good. Like, he should be up there with the baby.
You talking about as far as publicity is concerned?
As far as the level of his career, he should be up there with Megan Thee Stallion, the baby, Gunna, these new artists. He should be above Maxo.
He definitely should be, and no slight to Maxo, but
no slight to Maxo at all.
He definitely should be.
Because I'd rather jam a Maxo than a Sauce Walka any day, every day. Honestly,
I can't.
That's how good I think Maxo is.
Maxo good, but I can't go that far.
I mean, I think Maxo is that good. It don't mean Sauce is great too, but I just put Maxo. Like, I don't put him on a pedestal, but I think his talent is really great. You know what I'm saying?
Man, honestly, I think if we talking about Sauce Walka and his career path, because I think it's all about career paths. Because last year he had the offer from Rock Nation that he declined. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. I don't know if the word is appropriate to say.
I don't know the detail. I wanted him to take the deal. I wanted him to elevate.
He thought about it. He said they put. I think he said they offered him $5 million, and he declined it. He say, man, he make. I don't want to put a number. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but he said I make X amount of money every year independently. You know what I'm saying? And it was in the M's. So it was like, for y'all to give me a deal worth $5 and I can do that. Basically, I can do that by myself. And I'm building artists and shit like that. I'm running a label down here. If you wanna buy Sauce Walka, it's gonna cost you because I'm running a label.
I'm not saying he's
artist development.
I'm not saying he's wrong for doing that. I'm not disagreeing with that or none of that. What I'm saying is, as a fan, as a representative of H-Town, right? I know that he was putting that whole brand of hip-hop, he was bringing it to mass audiences first. I can vouch that the whole industry has copied a lot of what he do and a lot of how he sound.
Right.
The entire industry,
right,
from the top name brand artists. Right. So that means he deserves to be up there with them.
But
right?
If you go that big, are you going to still make the money? You know what I'm saying? Can you get the deal that you want without the institution being, what's the word I want to use, intimidated by your aggression to get, or your, man, you know you worth so much and then you this outspoken and you know what you're going to do what you want to do. Do I really want, do the institution, not me, but the institution, do the institution want to give them that? That's a different story.
If the institution don't want to give him that, and this is my opinion only, I believe he should go as far as the top name brand artists, and all those artists are institutionalized. Then I believe, in my opinion, because I don't want to speak on another man's job, but I believe he should be at the level of these other guys that are up there. And if all of them are institutionalized, then brother, go get institutionalized, because you belong at the top with the top.
They just got a lot of popularity, bro. They just got a lot of fame. They not making the money that he making.
You're right.
Independently. Just go chase fame? Some people in it for the bread.
See, you calling it chase fame, and I'm not calling it chase fame. Words are important. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he should be regarded as one of the top artists in the game, the complete game.
But they recognize him, though. And I ain't even just talking about in Houston. Two Chainz to sit there and 2 Chainz was edited with Young Thug for a minute, or they had an exchange of words, because 2 Chainz was siding with Sauce Walker, and Thug felt like he shouldn't have been going against a nigga that's from your city. You know what I'm saying?
Peer recognition is different from critic and fan recognition and what sales and numbers say.
Man, you gotta break that shit down, man. You gotta break that shit down. You gotta break that shit down. You gotta break that shit down, man.
What I'm saying
you make that shit plain.
What I'm saying is, when people say who are the top 5 rappers right now, under 27, you gonna mention the Sauce Walker?
I don't know if you're under 27. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what I'm saying, of a younger generation.
Am I?
Yes.
Yes. That's just me.
You think he gonna get mentioned in a lot of people's top 5s across the country? Let's say across
fans or artists.
Let's say
when
you
talk
artists are peers.
Okay.
So not peer.
Okay.
Because it's different.
Peer's gonna give him his card,
it's different when James Harden was voted MVP by the players.
Right.
But he ain't get the motherfucking MVP.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just. I know it sounds like I'm hating, and I know I sound stupid when I'm not trying to consider he's still making the same amount of money. I'm just saying, I think
you want him to be recognized.
I think Sauce deserves to be recognized
on the front line,
right alongside a Future, right alongside a Da Baby, Lil Baby, Gunna, Cardi B. These are your top artists right now in rap. It should be Sauce Walker up there too.
It should. I can't go against that.
That's all I'm saying.
It should.
So whatever it takes for him to be like that, I'm down for making it happen. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's cool. I can live with that. I can live with that. Only because, I feel like he should be at that level as well. You know what I'm saying? But as a hustler, and I look at it and I say, man, if you making the money that you could be making, I don't see, he probably not complaining. But as a fan, you know what I'm saying, I can understand.
Yeah, I'm only speaking as a fan.
Right.
That's, if he's making the money, if he's making more money than what they're offering, then I'm quite sure he's content. His family ain't got to worry about some of the things they used to have to worry about no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He may not be where he want to be, but he damn sure ain't where he was financially.
Right.
So I ain't really talking about the money. I'm just talking about when he dies and people look him up on the internet 20 years after he died and read about him, they should know he was as good as a Gunna. He was better than a Gunna. He was better than a Baby. He was better than a Da Baby. He was better than a lot of the shit that's out there.
Because I think a lot of times that his obviously the reason behind a lot of people being scared to work with him is his personality and things like that. But
I mean, he's a lot.
I don't even want to go that far. And
he's seen that way to people that try to jump in hip hop and do some things and make money. That got money.
But he's extremely marketable, though.
He is marketable because of the same reason people are scared to make deals with him is the same reason deals gonna work with him.
Right.
So, I mean, it just is what it is.
So, changing gears, as you think about the female artists in Houston, and we had a brief conversation about it, you know what I'm saying, earlier.
Yeah.
And I brought up Carly Coy, SPM daughter. And I put up there with, I don't want to say I put up there with these other people, but I put in a category of Queens of Houston. How do you feel about Carly Coy being a Queen of Houston? Whether that be from a musical standpoint, whether that be from a genetic standpoint, or whatever.
Carly Coy is my homie, number one. We've worked together. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You did do a project over a project over there with him at Dope House.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
She's a princess of Houston. She's definitely a princess of Houston.
Okay.
She's not the only princess of Houston.
Who else would be considered a princess of Houston? Because when you say princess, you talking about genetics, right?
When I talk about princess, I mean she's not the queen of Houston. She ain't nowhere close to being the queen of Houston.
Right, because that's Beyonce all day.
There you go. But she's definitely one of the leading ladies to keep your eye on in Houston. So she's one of the princesses. Or if there's a queen, then she has her round table of knights or her round table of princess. Carly Coy's at the table.
Definitely. I like the way you put that.
There you go. Carly Coy is definitely.
Man, pull up, because I think they got a song called I'm Southside, I'm So Southside or something like that, and then she do numbers, man, and collaborative work. She work with a lot of the Screwed Up Click legends and things like that.
She doing a couple numbers. If I would spit these numbers out to you, you would say,
I looked at them, but because you looking up specifically by her name. You know what I'm saying? Scroll through it and find the Dope House stuff, man, where they doing the joints with what you call it, man. I like Carly Coy, and I like her flow. It remind me of SPM.
Well,
so be it. What you gonna say? SPM writing a rhyme, so be it.
No, I'm not saying he write up, but I mean the legend of.
Cause when I watch a lot of videos in the comments, people's like, "Oh man, that she." Some people praising her for keeping his legacy going. Other people saying, she biting his, you know what I'm saying? Or man, do your own thing.
So what do you think? What do you think about that?
I honestly think he might be writing her records, and if he is, I can appreciate it because that's your daddy, and your daddy was one of the, he was a pioneer of Houston.
I don't think he writing no records.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. Just, I don't think he's writing no records.
Man, I heard some records. It sounded a lot like him.
So a couple of these records, I think I was at this exact. I think I was DJing this exact concert.
Let's see if we get a nightcap.
Let me cut it down just in case I'm not DJing. We ain't gotta. You know what I'm saying? But
you say you don't think?
Oh no, I wasn't DJing.
You say you don't think he writing no records?
No, I don't think he's writing no records. And some of those records, they wrote intentionally to sound like Carlos.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to give fans an authentic Carlos feel from Carlos's authentic offspring. So some of the records she got out right now, they intentionally wanted her to sound like Carlos. And me personally, I want her to find her own sound. Or start expressing her own sound. But I completely understand making money on the nostalgia of what her daddy built.
Were you an SPM fan? Let's disregard all of the legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's just talk about music. Were you a fan of his music?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could have got more really, really good SPM music?
I was a casual fan of his music growing up. And as everything started to unfold,
you pulled back a little bit.
It's not that I pulled back. Of course, anybody would pull back until they gather their thoughts.
Right.
But once I seen the response that people was giving to his situation, I understood the impact because I was fucking with Wiggy, and I was fucking with
High, so high. Yeah,
he had songs that I would really fuck with, and I
Right.
bust a little two-step to in the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was a casual fan, but then once all that shit happened with his trial and everything.
But I said let's
and
disregard that, bro.
Wait a minute,
Let's put that shit.
But
to
let
the
me
side.
finish. And I seen the response. Then it made me respect him even more. Like
Meaning that they were still riding with him.
They were still riding with him, and so many of they were still like
Yeah.
ooh we
Like
this,
that boy still do hundreds of thousands of views, and he
this
been locked up
boy,
for a very long time.
He would have been, if he would have had the benefit of social media, he would have been as big as Eminem was for the white community. He would have been like that to the Hispanic and Latino community. I'm telling you.
SPM was big, bro. He was only on his way up.
Oh,
and he could really rap too.
He really was. And for
That
all
dude could
those
really rap.
for all those that are gonna say something about what that man did, I'ma say this. If you ever listen to a Michael Jackson song, fuck you, don't judge me. If you ever went to a wedding, if you done went to a wedding recently and they fucked around and danced to R. Kelly, fuck you, don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? If you done jammed a Chris Brown song, fuck you, don't judge me. That's all I'm saying, dog. I ain't got nothing to do with what that man did. I'm still cool with the Coy family. That don't mean I'm condoning what that man did. What I'm saying is business is business, and the Coy family is a great family. Much love to Carlos.
And the Dope Pies.
And Dope House, you know what I'm talking about?
All of that.
I'm down.
But Carlos Core SPM, you know what I'm saying? Dude could rap his ass off. If you talk about I think if SPM would have stayed free, when you talk about I don't want to go as far as saying Mount Rushmore, Houston, right?
If SPM would have stayed free, he would be like Beyonce. You wouldn't think of him as just Houston no more.
You think so?
What?
You think he would have went that far?
Yes.
They loved him.
What?
Yeah.
Man, oh my God. If he would have stayed free, he would have been, as far as Latin artists, they would have broke that Latin barrier where they would have stopped saying Latin artists.
That's kind of like how it was with Selena, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of
Latin
like
artist
how it was
Selena,
with
she became
bro.
Selena. It was no more Latin artist Shakira. It was just Shakira. It was no more Canadian artist Celine Dion. It was just Celine Dion. When they stop putting that label on you and accept you, you know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And SPM would have by far surpassed that. By far. He would have been Eminem. He would have been Eminem, Jay-Z level.
Cause he was extremely marketable. You know what I'm saying? He had a clean cut. He had a clean look.
Fuck marketable. He was the real deal.
Yeah, he was.
He was the real deal.
He was. I was listening to. We're gonna get back to some hip hop in a second here, but I was listening to some. What's the girl name? Selena. Yeah, I was listening to some Selena. What was the last holiday?
Don't underestimate the Hispanic community at all.
Man, they ride hard.
Do not underestimate the Hispanic community at all, man. I love them.
Peso. What's the other guy name, man? What's the other underground guy name? I can't remember his name. The dude that got the songs with ESG, man.
Oh, that's
man, what's the guy
I know
name?
who you talking about, man. That's the little homie too, man. His name just done slipped my brain.
Damn, man.
He got the song with J Dog too.
Yeah, man. God damn it.
Hey.
Peso, and then
That's the homie too. When you see this homie, I'm sorry, dog.
But the Hispanic community, like, his numbers are hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying? Like, they showing them an immense amount of love. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's time for Houston, whether it be the industry or whether it be the artists. But I think especially like the legendary artists, like the OG cats, they
Young
understand
Easy.
the fact. Young Easy, that's him. Whether it's the OG cats, they understand the dedication that the Hispanic community have towards hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna come out. If you go to a show tomorrow, if Corona wasn't going down, it's gonna be full of Hispanics. They rock with the culture the long way, bro. And we got to start rocking with them.
If hip hop,
whether it be media, whether it be whatever, we got to start rocking with them the long way, bro, because they are a force.
I'm about to say the same way.
They're economical force.
I'm about to say the same thing in a different way, dog. If hip hop was created by black people, and if white people make the decisions on it, then we as black and white people have dropped the ball on supporting Hispanic and Latino contributions to the game and their current artists. Like, without the Latin and Hispanic community across the nation, hip hop would have not lasted this long.
Oh, definitely.
It would have not lasted this long.
Definitely, man.
Y'all remember that, man. Just, you know what I'm saying?
They
support Latin artists.
Support Latin artists, man, because they supporting us. They pushing some of our favorite artists down here in Houston to keep on dropping records, to drop music, you know what I'm saying, to keep doing shows and things like that.
We need that. We need our artists to be able to keep dropping records, keep making money, keep putting that money back into H-Time.
You got some gloves?
Do I have some gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got gloves.
Okay, cool, because I'm finna get back out in this world.
All right, man, I'll holler at you, dog. I'm going back to the house to be on quarantine, dog.
All right, bet.
Quarantine life.
It's Hype South.
I'm DJ Nightcap, man. This is
Throwed in the Game.